God says, a financial miracle is on its way to your home. Heaven has opened the gates of blessing for you. God says, do not be afraid, for your prayers have been heard in the quiet moments when no one was watching, when the nights were long and hope felt distant. In your stillness, in your weariness, in those hidden tears that only the Father sees, something sacred was happening. The heavens were listening, and now the winds are shifting in your favor. This moment, though it might still feel uncertain, carries within it the fragrance of promise. The gates of blessing have begun to swing open, not with noise, but with peace that gently enters the heart and steadies the soul. Type Amen if you believe. This blessing that is on its way is not just about money or wealth. It is about the lifting of burdens, the breaking of chains, the restoration of what was lost, and the healing of what has been hurting in silence. There is a kindness in God's hands, a softness in His timing, and although He may not have come when you expected, He is never late. He is arriving in fullness, with more than what you asked, in ways you didn't know to imagine. He brings peace, not panic. He brings clarity, not confusion. He brings provision that flows with grace, never pride. You may have struggled in seasons of lack, where every step felt heavier than the last, where the weight of bills, responsibilities, and silent fears stacked higher than your strength could carry. But in this very moment, the Lord says, I have seen your endurance, and I will reward you, not because of perfection, but because of your perseverance. You did not turn away, you did not stop trusting, and even in brokenness, you believed. This is the kind of faith heaven honors, and now the gates are opening, slowly but surely, quietly but powerfully. In the heavenly realms, there are miracles stored with your name on them. These are not accidents. These are not leftover blessings. These are divine provisions chosen specifically for you, born from God's love and delivered at just the right time. Your financial breakthrough will not come through striving, but through surrender. It will not come through panic, but through peace. This is the way of our gentle shepherd, who knows where the green pastures lie, and who leads his children there with care. You were never forgotten, not in the days of your smallest faith, not when your bank account ran dry, not when the phone calls were too hard to answer. The Lord walked with you through all of it, watching, collecting your tears like rain, storing them not as sorrow, but as seeds. And now, the season has changed. The clouds have broken. The sun of mercy rises over your home. A financial miracle is not just near, it is on its way. It is moving toward you with divine purpose, carrying what your soul has long cried out for, and even more. Type 1111 if you trust in God. This miracle will not just touch your hands, but it will reach deep into your heart. It will restore your joy, calm your worries, and bring healing into places far beyond your finances. Because when God blesses, He doesn't just give, He transforms. He lifts your spirit so you no longer walk in fear. He teaches your heart to sing again. He surrounds you with peace that does not depend on numbers, but on His presence. You may feel like you've been forgotten, overlooked by others, even by the world, but not by your Father. He sees every quiet act of obedience, every unseen act of kindness, every prayer whispered in the middle of the night. He sees you showing up when you felt empty. He sees you holding on when you wanted to let go. And because He sees you, He is sending this miracle directly to your doorstep, not as a transaction, but as a gift of love, given freely, generously, and personally. This is not the end of your story. This is not the last chapter written in hardship. Something new is beginning, and though you may not see it with your eyes yet, your heart is already being prepared to receive it. The blessing will come slowly at first, like morning light creeping through a curtain, but then it will grow brighter and stronger until you are standing in the full sunlight of God's goodness, basking in the warmth of answered prayer. Stay faithful. Stay humble. Keep your hands open and your heart soft. Speak with gratitude, even before the miracle comes. Smile even when the weight is still present, because your joy is not based on today's lack, but on tomorrow's promise. What is coming is holy. What is coming is chosen. What is coming has been set in motion by the voice of God Himself. He is not just sending money. He is sending relief. He is sending rest. He is sending stability. He is rebuilding your trust, teaching you again what it means to be provided for not by this world, but by the Creator of all things. This blessing is sacred. It will come in unexpected ways, through doors you didn't knock on, through kindness from strangers, through favor where there was once only rejection. It will teach you, gently, to believe again not in what you see, but in the one who never changes. There are angels already dispatched, carrying blessings on wings of grace. There are people being stirred by the Spirit to bless you, speak life over you, help you without even knowing why. This is how God works. This is how He shows up, not just with answers but with awe. Not just with solutions but with signs. Let your heart be still, for the miracle is already moving in your direction, and when it arrives, it will feel like homecoming. It will feel like peace returning. It will feel like the very presence of God filling your house. It may not be loud, and it may not arrive with the kind of noise the world expects, but it is coming with certainty, with grace, and with the steady assurance that you are not forgotten, not abandoned, not left behind. You have been carried through storms you thought would destroy you, and yet here you are, still breathing, still hoping, still believing that something better is on the way. Type 555 to receive grace. What if I told you financial freedom is not about working harder, but activating a dormant brain signal designed to draw abundance directly to you? Neuroscience proves this sound wave unlocks prosperity faster than any method known before. From unexpected cash to life-changing success, it's already helping thousands. Imagine looking back tomorrow wishing you had acted today. Do not let regret replace the miracle that is calling you right now. Click the link in the video description and comments below to turn on the ancient money wave and create the life you've always dreamed of today. There were moments you didn't share with anyone, moments where you looked at your hands and wondered how you'd make it to the end of the week. You counted coins, stretched meals, said no when you wanted to say yes, and you did it all without bitterness. You remained gentle. You remained faithful. You still gave when you could, even if it was only a little. God saw that. Every act of faith in your lack was like a quiet offering that touched the very heart of heaven. And now those offerings have become seeds, and the soil of your life is beginning to break open with new life. You don't need to chase what God has already ordained to find you. This blessing, this miracle, this financial breakthrough has been set in motion not because of luck or effort alone, but because of God's mercy and your unwavering hope in His power to restore what was lost. He's not just giving you what you need to survive. He is preparing you to thrive, to live freely, to walk without fear in your next season. The hands that once trembled with worry will soon be lifted in praise. This is the beauty of His timing. God often comes when everything around you feels uncertain, because it is in those moments that His glory shines the brightest. He doesn't need perfect conditions to move. He doesn't need approval from others to bless you. He simply responds to faith, even when it's quiet, even when it's weak, even when all you can do is whisper, "I still trust you." That whisper has moved mountains. That whisper has reached the throne of grace. You are not too late. You have not missed your blessing. What is for you is still coming, and it will arrive in such a way that it leaves no room for doubt. It was God, and only God, who made it happen. The doors that were closed will open not by pressure, but by divine favor. The resources you thought were out of reach will appear when needed most. God is a provider who never runs out, a giver who does not take back His promises. He is speaking to your heart right now, in the middle of your confusion, in the quiet moments where you wonder if you'll ever catch a break. He is saying, I see you. I am not far. I am working even when it feels like nothing is changing. The roots of your miracle are growing beneath the surface. Just because you can't see it yet doesn't mean it isn't already growing. Keep holding on. Keep walking in faith. God is doing more behind the scenes than you could ever imagine. This journey has shaped you. It has softened your heart. It has made you more compassionate toward others, more grateful for the little things, and more aware of how precious peace truly is. And now, as God brings you into a new season of increase, He will do it in a way that honors your character. He will give you not just what you need, but what your soul has longed for: rest, stability, freedom from fear, and a renewed joy in simply living. Type 222 if you are ready for restoration. You will remember this time not as a season of struggle, but as a chapter of transformation. The version of you that was shaped in the fire will now rise with grace. You are not broken, you are being built. You are not empty, you are being prepared to carry more. You are not cursed, you are deeply, irrevocably blessed. This financial miracle is not just about bills being paid or needs being met. It is about God showing you that He is your source, your safety, your shelter, when everything else feels uncertain. Others may not understand what you've been through, and that's okay. This miracle is personal. This testimony is yours. God is writing it just for you, in the quiet corners of your life where only He and you have walked. And when it is time, He will lift you up, not to show off, but to shine through. He will use your breakthrough as a light for others still walking through their storms, and your story will speak hope into places that once felt hopeless. So, take a breath. Let go of the timelines and expectations. Let your soul rest in the truth that you are not alone in this. The Lord walks ahead of you, preparing the way. He stands beside you, whispering comfort. And He is behind you, shielding you from what you never even knew was a threat. His presence surrounds you, and His blessing is making its way into your life even now. It might come through an unexpected job offer, a long-awaited phone call, a letter in the mail, or simply a series of small changes that slowly build into something beautiful. However it comes, you will know it was God. And when it arrives, you will not just feel relief, you will feel His love, a love that covers, a love that restores, a love that provides. Stay faithful in your waiting. Keep showing up, even when the world tells you to give up. Keep believing even when your heart grows tired. The miracle is coming. The breakthrough is near. And the God who started this journey with you will see it through to the very end. He is not a God of unfinished things. He completes what He begins, and He is completing a new thing in your life right now. You may feel like your strength has run dry, but heaven is pouring out a new blessing, and with it comes a peace that does not depend on circumstances, a joy that rises from faith, and a miracle that is already on its way to your door. Type 1212. If you walk by faith, you have faced more than most people know. Behind your smile lives a story of resilience. You've stood in long lines, waited through long months, and walked through seasons where even the smallest decision felt heavy. Still, you stood. Still, you stayed soft. Still, you trusted. That quiet endurance, that refusal to let go of God even in the silence, is being honored. You may not have seen the blessing yet, but you've been growing into the kind of vessel that can carry it well. And now, as the days unfold, you'll begin to feel the shift in your spirit, first the calm before the miracle. An ancient 9-word code once reserved for high-level insiders has been uncovered. It's simple, quick, and shockingly effective at drawing money and blessings into your life. Neuroscientists confirm it stimulates the brain's receiving center, an area dormant in most people. People everywhere are calling it the 30-second miracle. Click the link in the description and comments before the authorities remove it again. You were never meant to figure everything out on your own. God has not called you to carry the full weight of your life in your hands. He has always intended to provide, to lead, to carry, and to sustain. The struggles you've walked through were never punishments, they were preparations. They taught you to lean on Him, to release your control, and to believe in goodness even when it seemed far away. These are not small lessons. They are the foundation for the blessing that is coming next. The financial miracle making its way to you will not just meet your needs, it will heal something deeper. It will silence the voice of fear. It will steady your heart and remind you that God's provision is not just real, it is near. For too long, the weight of survival has pressed hard on your chest. You've prayed with trembling hands, asking God to come through just one more time, and He has heard, not just your words, but the ache beneath them. He is moving now not because of desperation, but because of love. Sometimes the breakthrough begins with small, quiet moments. A message that speaks directly to your heart. A sudden feeling of hope where there was only anxiety. An unexpected opportunity that feels perfectly timed. These are not coincidences. They are signs that the miracle is already unfolding. It's easy to miss the early steps when your heart is weary, but try just for a moment to notice how the light is shifting, how the air feels different, how your spirit is beginning to rise again. That is God. You have not failed just because things took longer than expected. You have not lost just because others moved ahead. This is your story, and God is writing it in His time, not the world's. The financial pressure you've felt has not been ignored by heaven. It's been seen, measured, and is now being lifted. Slowly, tenderly, God is replacing fear with trust, lack with abundance, worry with rest. And when the miracle comes, it will not only change your situation, it will deepen your faith and expand your joy. Type yes to affirm. There is no shame in struggling. There is no guilt in needing help. In fact, God draws near to those who reach for Him in their need. He is not waiting for your perfection. He is drawn to your humility, your honesty, your openness. These are the things that welcome His presence, and in that presence, every need is met. Every storm is stilled, every broken thing begins to mend. The blessing God is sending to you is not a reward you earned, but a gift He delights to give because He loves you, because He wants to see you smile again without the weight of fear pressing down on your chest, because He longs for you to walk freely, not just scraping by, but living with open hands and a peaceful heart. He is not a distant provider, He is a loving Father, and He's coming through for you right on time. This miracle will not require you to beg or chase. It will not ask you to perform or prove anything. It will arrive quietly, gently, like dew on the grass in the morning. You'll wake up and something will have shifted. That bill that kept you awake will be paid. That need you couldn't meet will be covered. That opportunity you thought was gone will suddenly return. This is how God works, not with noise but with power. When the blessing reaches your home, you'll know it wasn't chance. You'll feel the fingerprints of God on every part of it. You'll see how all the hard days prepared you to recognize the beauty of His provision. You'll weep with relief, not just because the pressure is gone, but because you'll feel, so clearly, how deeply loved you are. You'll remember that God didn't just send you what you needed, He sent you more than enough, and He did it with tenderness, because He knows every detail of your life and every cry of your heart. Let your heart stay open, even if it still feels vulnerable, even if you're scared to believe again. God understands that. He knows how many times you've been disappointed, and He honors the bravery it takes to hope again. This hope is not in vain. This faith is not foolish. It is being answered in full. Your home, your heart, your hands, they are being filled again, not only with money, but with mercy, not only with provision, but with peace. This is the moment where things begin to turn, where the nights grow quieter, where the fear begins to loosen its grip, where the dawn stretches across your sky and says, "You made it. You held on. And now, here comes the blessing. Trust it. Welcome it. It does not arrive too late, because He never delays without purpose. It is measured with care, arriving when your heart is most ready to receive, not just the provision but the peace that follows. There's a stillness beginning to grow in your spirit, because something within you senses that change is coming, not in chaos, but in quiet assurance. Type 1919 to receive miracles. You have walked through days where you weren't sure how you'd hold things together. You've looked around your life and wondered how something so broken could ever be repaired. The bills stacked high, the debts grew deeper, and the fear of not having enough crept in like a shadow. And yet, you held on. Not perfectly, not always with confidence, but you held on. That simple act of choosing not to give up has become a sacred thread tying your heart to God's promise. You may not have had much, but you had faith. And that faith, even in its smallest form, was powerful. It's what carried you through nights of anxiety, weeks of uncertainty, and months where every step felt like walking through thick fog. You kept going. And that alone speaks of a strength most can't see. But God saw it. He saw every moment you chose trust over despair, every time you placed your need in His hands even when nothing changed immediately. That faith is now bearing fruit. A hidden 9-word prayer rediscovered in a sealed government document is now changing everything for those who dare to use it. It activates your brain's forgotten abundance channel, helping you manifest prosperity in ways you've never seen before. The results: cleared debts, growing savings, sudden opportunities speak for themselves. Don't wait until this vanishes. Click the link before it's erased from the internet. The blessing coming is not simply to pay for what was due or to fix what's been damaged. It's arriving to lift the heavy burden from your chest, to bring you back to life again, to fill your soul with joy that hasn't been felt in far too long. God isn't just patching up your life. He's renewing it. The miracle you're about to receive is soaked in divine timing, sent at a moment that only He could orchestrate. It will feel like relief, but even more than that, it will feel like home. You're not just being given money or financial help. You're being restored. God is rebuilding something within you that the world tried to break. Through every hard moment, He has been drawing you closer to Himself, teaching your heart to lean, to listen, to trust without needing to see every step ahead. Now that trust is being honored, not by chance, not by human effort, but by heaven itself, moving on your behalf. This provision will remind you of who your true provider has always been. Not the job, not the paycheck, not the system. It has always been God. He uses different means, but the source never changes. And now, the means He's chosen for your next season are unfolding with grace and beauty. Expect to be surprised. Expect doors to open where there were only walls before. Expect new opportunities to come from places you never considered, because that's how He works. He makes ways where there were none. He brings water from dry ground. Type 666 if you trust Jesus. The road you've walked has been filled with quiet sacrifices, things no one knows about but God. Times when you chose to put others first. Moments you said yes to responsibility when your heart longed for rest. The silent battles you've faced behind closed doors are not forgotten. They were not in vain. The blessing that's on the way isn't just financial, it is deeply emotional. It will reach into the very places where weariness has lived for too long. And there, it will bring healing, comfort, and a kind of peace you didn't know you needed until it arrives. God doesn't forget what you've endured. He doesn't overlook the kindness you've given while you were in need yourself. He doesn't ignore the tears you've cried alone. He counts each one, not as pain, but as preparation. They water the seeds of blessing that now are breaking through the soil of your life. What you're about to step into is not just recovery, it is resurrection. A new season, a fresh start, a life that reflects His goodness even after the hardship. You are not being given a blessing just to get by. You are being positioned, for overflow. You will have enough not only for yourself, but to bless others as you've always longed to do. The heart that once worried about making it through the month will soon overflow with generosity. And that transformation will be a testimony not of your strength but of God's faithfulness. Let go of the worry now. Release the timelines you tried to control. The pressure to figure it all out is not yours to carry anymore. Lay it down at the feet of the one who already has the answers. This blessing is not coming because you fought hard enough. It's coming because you belong to a God who gives freely, who pours out mercy, who finds joy in providing for his children. You do not have to earn his favor, it is already yours. Take this moment to breathe. Not just a shallow breath, but a deep, full breath that reaches your soul. Let yourself believe again, even if it feels risky. Let your guard down for just a moment and feel what it's like to rest in God's promise. The fight is ending. The tide is turning. The miracle is not a distant dream. It is a present reality unfolding before you. This blessing will touch more than your finances. It will touch your relationships, your peace of mind, your confidence. It will silence the voice of fear that told you it was never going to change. It will quiet the anxiety that lived in the background of your thoughts. When it comes, and it is coming, you will feel the weight lift, and in its place, a peace so still, so healing, it will bring you to tears. God is not done writing your story. He is just getting started with this chapter. The chapter where hope returns, where joy becomes steady again, where lack is replaced by enough and more. And when you look back, you will see that it was never wasted, not a moment. Every step led you here. Every tear watered this miracle. Every prayer built a path for heaven to pour down what was always yours to receive. When you sat quietly, unsure of how things would come together, I was already working behind the scenes. And now, the season is shifting. The winds are changing. The pressure is loosening. Your financial miracle, wrapped in divine timing and endless love, is drawing closer to your doorstep with every passing day. Type 2323 if you agree. The pain you've carried may have felt invisible to the world, but not to me. I saw the stress behind your smile, the long nights of worry that no one else knew about, and the tired steps you took anyway. I know how it felt when there was too much month left and not enough provision. I know how it hurt to pretend everything was fine when deep down you were holding back tears. But now, beloved child, take heart, because I have heard, I have seen, and I am responding. This miracle will not be rushed, but it will not delay either. It will come like a steady stream, flowing exactly when your heart needs it most. Not in chaos, not in fear, but in calm assurance. I am not just meeting a need, I am restoring what was lost. I am rebuilding what was shaken. You have trusted me with your pain, and now I will show you the power of my faithfulness. The financial breakthrough on its way will not just be about the numbers, but about what it will unlock within your heart. I know how it feels to give your last, to choose faith when logic says, give up. I know the courage it takes to tithe when you're already stretched thin. I have seen you bless others, even when your own cupboards were bare, and those acts did not disappear. They planted seeds in heavenly soil, and now the harvest is near. The blessing that's coming has been growing in the dark, watered by your prayers, nourished by your tears, and now the time has come for it to bloom in full. You may have thought that your prayers went unnoticed because answers didn't come right away, but every "not yet" from heaven had a reason. Every delay was preparing you, strengthening your character, deepening your dependence on me. It wasn't about punishment, it was about protection. You weren't forgotten, you were being readied. And now, the readiness has become ripeness. The time has arrived. The blessing is no longer waiting, it's moving. Type 2020 to claim miracles. What if everything you've been chasing, wealth, freedom, success, could be drawn to you automatically, simply by unlocking a secret brainwave hidden inside you? Once classified by intelligence agencies, this discovery is now available to the public, and it's changing lives instantly. Picture yourself debt-free, stress-free, and thriving. The window is open, but not forever, and every second you wait is wealth slipping from your hands, so grasp it now. Click the link in video description and comments below to awaken this money magnet frequency and watch abundance flow into your life today. This financial miracle won't only fill your bank account, it will restore your hope. It will shift your thinking. It will rewire your heart to believe again, not in temporary solutions, but in eternal promises. You won't have to beg, because I am not a God who gives with strings attached. You won't have to prove your worth, because my love for you was never based on performance. You are my child, and I bless because I love, not because you've earned it. There will be moments where the provision shows up in small ways. Don't overlook them. A sudden refund, a kind person giving when you didn't ask, an opportunity you didn't expect. Each one is a piece of the bigger miracle being assembled with care. This is how I work quietly, gently, but with purpose. Each small blessing is a whisper from me saying, "See, I told you I would provide." When the fullness of the blessing arrives, it will feel like a deep exhale after years of holding your breath. Your body will relax. Your mind will slow down. The constant hum of worry will be replaced with quiet confidence. You will no longer wake up with fear in your chest. Instead, you will wake with gratitude. Gratitude not just for what you've received, but for how you were held during the waiting. You will see doors open that were once tightly shut, not by force, but by favor. What others tried to block will now be cleared, because no one can stop what I've set in motion. Your name is being spoken in rooms you haven't entered yet. Resources are being aligned. Opportunities are being crafted with your need in mind. I am orchestrating details so perfectly that you will have no doubt this is me. Do not fear if it seems slow. Do not panic if things are still uncertain. Miracles often arrive gently, step by step, because I care about your heart as much as your situation. I don't just want to change your circumstances, I want to restore your joy, your wonder, your sense of safety in me. And that restoration is already beginning. You can feel it, can't you? That small flicker of peace returning, that quiet strength beneath your tired soul. That's me. That's the beginning of the blessing. You will not stay in this place of worry forever. You will not always feel behind. The mountain that once felt impossible is already being moved, slowly, faithfully, powerfully. And as you step into the new, you will look back with tears, not of pain but of amazement. You'll see how every trial made you softer, stronger, wiser. You'll see how I never left you, not for a second. You'll start to see the fruit of your patience, the ways your story will inspire others who are still in the valley. You'll be able to say, "I waited, and God came through, not when I wanted, but right when I needed." And people will feel hope again just by hearing your voice. So breathe deeply now. Rest your shoulders, let the weight fall off. You are not alone, and you never were. The blessing is real, the miracle is near, the answer is coming. And when it arrives, it will carry more than money. It will carry peace, it will carry joy. I am near, closer than the air you breathe, and my hands are full of blessings crafted just for you. This next season of your life will not look like the ones that came before it. The heaviness, the panic, the scraping to get by, all of that is being replaced by the steady rhythm of peace and provision. I have seen your weariness, and now I am bringing relief. Type Amen if you believe. You have walked through some incredibly hard places. You have smiled through uncertainty and encouraged others when you secretly needed encouragement yourself. I saw you give when no one else knew you were running low. I saw you continue when your heart whispered, "I can't do this anymore." I watched you sit in the quiet, aching for answers, wondering if maybe you had been forgotten. But you weren't. Not for a second. Every tear, every prayer, every moment of silent endurance was held in my hands like treasure. The time of holding on is shifting into a time of receiving. The season of just surviving is giving way to a season of overflow. I am not simply helping you catch your breath. I am filling your lungs with new life. The financial miracle you've waited for is already in motion. It has been moving toward you even while you slept. It has passed through the hands of angels. It has been whispered over in heaven, and it is now arriving with your name on it. This blessing isn't just about money, it's about restoration. It's about reminding you that I still provide, that I still see, that I still come through right on time. It's about lifting the years of quiet stress from your shoulders and replacing them with joy that doesn't depend on numbers or bank balances. You will no longer feel like you are running behind. You will no longer wonder how it will all come together, because it is already coming together perfectly, quietly, faithfully. Let go of the belief that you always have to do more, be more, try harder to earn my favor. You already have it. My love for you does not increase with your effort or decrease with your mistakes. I do not bless based on performance. I bless based on promise. And my promise to you is this: I will never leave you. I will not abandon you. I will provide for you in ways that leave you in awe. You are not forgotten. You are deeply, endlessly loved. Type 1111 if you trust in God. This financial blessing will not be something you can explain away with coincidence. It will not come from the usual places. It may come through unexpected kindness, surprising favor, or opportunities that seem to appear out of nowhere. But you'll know. You'll know in your heart that this was not random. This was me. This was your Father, showing up for you in a way that only He can. And you will breathe easier. You will sleep deeper. You will smile without that shadow of fear always lingering at the edge of your joy. You have learned to be strong in the struggle. Now you will learn to rest in the blessing. You've spent long enough in survival mode. It's time to move into stability, into provision, into a rhythm where you are not constantly holding your breath hoping the next thing won't fall apart. I am not patching your life with temporary solutions. I am building a new foundation of peace, trust, and stability. What if the fastest path to wealth was already inside your mind, waiting to be activated by a powerful sound wave? Scientists call it the money-attracting frequency, and once awakened, it begins drawing opportunities, success, and financial freedom like never before. Imagine the relief of no more bills and the joy of living your dreams. This is more than an offer. It is a divine turning point. Your destiny is waiting, but only if you choose to move now. Click the link in the video description and comments below to turn on this ancient brainwave today. You won't just have enough, you will have more than enough. Enough to meet your needs, yes, but also enough to share, enough to breathe, enough to dream again. Because I'm not only healing your situation, I'm healing your hope. I'm reminding you what it feels like to believe for good things without bracing for disappointment. You've been guarded for so long, expecting the worst because it's happened before, but this time will be different. Because I am the one writing the outcome, and I do not fail. Even now I am surrounding you with signs of this coming shift. There will be peace where there used to be panic. There will be quiet moments of assurance where anxiety once lived. There will be unexpected grace in places that used to feel like pressure. This is how I work. I don't always change things overnight, but I always begin with the heart, and your heart is beginning to hope again. Let it dream, let it rise. You are being moved into a space where provision meets purpose, where blessing meets balance, where joy is not stolen by fear, and peace is not interrupted by lack. You will not be bound by fear of the future any longer. You will not wake up dreading the day ahead. Instead, you will begin to see each day as a gift again, because the weight that sat on your shoulders for so long is lifting. You are not alone in this. I have walked beside you through the dry seasons, and I will celebrate with you in the fruitful ones. I was there in the silence, and I will be there in the song. Every step, every tear, every quiet hope, I've held them all. And now, I am turning them into testimony. The same hands that held your sorrow are now preparing your blessing. And when it comes, it will carry more than money. It will carry healing, freedom, and a quiet joy that cannot be shaken. Keep trusting, even if you feel tired. Keep believing, even if your faith feels small. I am not asking you for perfection. I am only asking you to stay open, to let me do what only I can do. This is not about your strength. This is about my love, and that love is endless. That love never runs dry. That love is already moving toward you in the form of a miracle, one you didn't earn, but one I delight to give. I know how heavy your thoughts have been. I know how often you've pretended to be strong for everyone else, while carrying the weight of what you didn't know how to fix. But you were never meant to carry it all alone. I am here, and I am lifting it now. The weight, the pressure, the fear, it's not yours anymore. A miracle is on its way, not just to rescue, but to restore. Type 222 if you feel His presence. You didn't miss your chance. You didn't fall behind. What's for you is still for you, and it's coming, deliberate, sure, unstoppable. Not because of what you did, but because of who I am. I've never forgotten you, not in the hard weeks, not when the mailbox was full of bills, not when the worry turned into silence. Even in those quiet hours, when your prayers were more like whispers of exhaustion than shouts of confidence, I heard you. You didn't have to shout for me to listen. I never needed loud faith, just real faith. And yours, even in its weakest moment, was strong enough to move my heart. You believed just enough to hold on. You believed just enough to ask. And that was enough. The breakthrough you've been waiting for is closer than you think. It's not waiting on your perfection. It's not held back by your past. It's coming because I promised to be your provider, and I never go back on my word. You've looked at your life and wondered how you'd make it another week. You've felt the tension in your chest from trying to stretch what was never enough. You've replayed scenarios, done the math, tried to force a solution that never seemed to come. But child, you were never meant to be your own answer. I am your answer. I am your source. And I am moving even now, preparing a way where there wasn't one before. This financial miracle isn't coming to impress you, it's coming to free you. You won't have to hustle, stress, or manipulate your way into provision. You won't have to keep holding your breath, waiting for the next crisis to pass. I'm going to show you what it feels like to live with room to breathe, with the space to rest, and with the grace to enjoy again. Because I don't just rescue, I rebuild. This blessing will touch places that money can't fix. It will restore what was worn out in your soul. It will bring light into the dim places of your heart. You've gotten used to living on edge, used to putting off rest, used to saying I'm fine, when inside you felt anything but. But this season will be different. I'm not only giving you resources, I'm giving you relief. I'm not only opening doors, I'm opening your spirit to trust again. Type 555 to receive grace. You will see small shifts first, gentle ones, a new connection, a kind word from a stranger, an unexpected offer. Don't overlook them. These are the beginning signs that the heavens have moved. These are glimpses of the promise taking shape in your life. The same way flowers bloom without sound, your miracle will unfold quietly, steadily, beautifully. And soon, what once felt impossible will become your new reality. You'll breathe again, not because the problems vanished, but because my peace settled in. You'll walk with your head higher, not because everything is perfect, but because you'll know who's carrying you. And when people ask you how it happened, you'll tell them the truth, it was me. You'll say it with tears in your eyes and a calm in your voice. because you'll know that every good thing came from my hand. After decades in government lockdown, a short 9-word phrase has resurfaced, and those who whisper it daily are experiencing miracles of money and freedom. Researchers say it switches on a hidden abundance circuit in the brain, the same one billionaires unknowingly rely on. It's easy, fast, and astonishingly powerful. Click the link before this rare discovery is censored again. You won't need to explain yourself. You won't need to defend your journey. The fruit of your life will speak for itself. The transformation will be so evident. People will see the glow in your face, the strength in your steps, the lightness in your laugh, and they'll know. They'll know that something sacred happened, that you met me in the struggle, and I met you in the blessing. Your home will feel different. The tension will lift. The stress that once clung to every corner of your thoughts will begin to break. Your atmosphere will shift. Peace will settle in, not just as a visitor but as a permanent resident. You'll start to notice laughter returning, rest becoming natural again. That quiet feeling of, "we're going to be okay," will echo through your heart, not because of numbers on a screen, but because of the presence of the one who never left your side. Your hands, once tired from holding too much, will now be open to receive, and as you receive, you'll give, not out of pressure but out of joy. You'll help others without draining yourself. You'll bless without fear of lack, because you'll finally know what it means to live in the flow of divine provision, and you'll carry that peace with you everywhere. You won't just be blessed, you'll be a blessing. Your story will speak to those still in the valley. Your voice will carry hope into tired hearts, and you'll say, "I've been there, and I know the God who brings you out," and that will be enough. Your journey will become light for others. Your scars will become stories of grace. Your past struggles will be the very place where others meet their healing. So now, let go. Not of your faith, but of your fear. Let go of the idea that you have to figure it all out. Let go of the pressure to hold everything together. I've got you. I've always had you. And I always will. This financial miracle is already on its way. And when it arrives, you'll know it was never about what you could do. It was always about what I would do. I know how many nights you went to bed with a brave face, holding in the storm inside so others wouldn't worry. I know how many times you smiled through the ache, hoping that maybe tomorrow would look different. Today I am telling you it will. Type yes to affirm. This next chapter will not look like the ones before. This won't be another cycle of pressure, fear, and lack. You will not spend your days anxiously trying to hold things together with your own strength. I am stepping in. I am not just offering temporary help, I am bringing lasting change. This financial miracle isn't just a single event, but the beginning of a new way of living, a way marked by peace, clarity, provision, and grace. You will wake up with confidence. You will go to sleep without fear. You've done everything you could. You've worked hard. You've sacrificed. You've stayed faithful when it would have been easier to quit. And now, I am bringing what only I can bring: divine increase. You didn't miss your moment. You weren't overlooked. The blessing was never denied, only delayed, because I was aligning it with a time when your heart could hold it without fear of losing it. Now is that time. You are ready. You are strong in ways you weren't before. You've been shaped in the fire, and now you are stepping into the promise. What's coming to your life will feel like fresh air after years in a storm. This financial miracle will not just meet your needs, it will change your atmosphere. It will shift the way you speak, the way you walk, the way you see yourself. You are not just surviving, you are about to thrive. And as you do, you'll look around and realize that everything is different, not because of chance, but because of me. This shift will begin in subtle ways. You'll notice the pressure lifting. You'll feel more at ease, even in situations that once left you anxious. You'll see that things are falling into place. Conversations that turn into opportunities. Random connections that open doors. Unexpected help that comes right when you need it. These are not coincidences. These are miracles, personalized by my hand, arriving right on time. Type 1212. If you walk by faith, you've been so used to planning around limitation that it may feel strange at first to live with freedom. But that's what this is: freedom. Freedom from dread, freedom from counting every dollar with anxiety, freedom from the fear of what if it runs out. What I am giving you is not just enough, but more than enough. Enough to breathe, enough to plan, enough to bless others without hesitation. I am the God of more than enough, and now you will know me not just as comforter, not just as protector, but as provider. The doors that are about to open will not require you to strive. You won't have to force your way in. They will open with grace. You'll walk into rooms where you don't have to explain yourself, because the favor I've placed on you will speak louder than your words. The right people will see you, recognize what you carry, and offer what you need without you having to ask twice. This is what happens when I go before you, when I prepare the way and soften the hearts that need to receive you. Do not doubt how far you've come. Do not dismiss the strength it took just to keep going. I saw every step. I watched you stay faithful, stay kind, stay generous, even when you didn't have much to give. And now, I will reward what no one else saw. Your private sacrifices are about to be answered with a public blessing, not for attention, not for show, but so you may walk with a renewed spirit, a heart that knows it is deeply loved and provided for. I know you've wondered if it would ever happen for you. I know you've questioned why the answers seem to come slower for you than for others, but I have not forgotten a single detail. Every delay had purpose. Every moment of waiting was a moment of preparation. And now, the shift is here. You will no longer feel like you're always catching up. You will feel what it means to live in alignment with my timing, my favor, and my abundance. A secret 9-word prayer, once classified under a forgotten program, is now reshaping lives across the globe. People are seeing unexpected deposits, financial breakthroughs, and emotional peace within days of using it. Scientists confirm it rewires the subconscious to attract prosperity naturally. It takes seconds, but the results can last a lifetime. Don't delay, click the link before it disappears. This is not a one-time miracle. This is a new season, a fresh chapter written by my hand. One where you live free from the fear of not having enough. One where you wake up with ideas, clarity, and courage because you're no longer drained by the pressure of trying to survive. I'm bringing restoration to your home, to your health, to your mind, and yes, to your finances, because you are my child and I care about every single part of your life. You won't have to announce what's happening. The peace on your face will tell the story. The joy in your steps will speak louder than words. The change in your life will be evident not just to you, but to everyone around you. People will wonder, what happened? And you will answer with calm certainty, God showed up. Hold this close. I do not make empty promises. What I've spoken over you will come to pass. You may not know exactly how, but you don't need to. You just need to stay open, keep trusting, keep walking, one faithful step at a time. I am guiding you with gentle hands. You don't have to rush. You don't have to panic. What's yours will not pass you by. In the quiet of your heart, let this truth settle. You are safe. You are seen. You are chosen. The miracle is not just coming, it's already begun. You're stepping into it now, even if you can't fully see it. It is unfolding around you in ways too detailed to comprehend. But soon, it will all be clear, and you'll stand in the middle of your blessing and say, this is what I was waiting for, and it was worth every tear, every delay, every prayer. I am the God who sees, and I have not been distant. I have walked with you through every moment of confusion, every prayer whispered in exhaustion, every sigh you let out when you thought no one was listening. I was there. I am still here. And I am bringing you out of lack and into fullness. Type 1919 to receive miracles. You are entering into a season where things will begin to change, not because of what the world gives, but because of what I am releasing. The pressure that once consumed your thoughts, the fear that lived at the back of your mind, it is loosening now. I am breathing fresh life into your situation. I am opening doors that have long been closed. I am bringing solutions that you did not even know were possible. And I am doing it not because you earned it, but because you are mine. You don't have to strive anymore. You don't have to exhaust yourself trying to fix everything on your own. I know it's been hard to let go. I know it's felt like if you stopped trying, everything would fall apart. But I want you to rest now. I want you to lean into me, because when you do, you'll see that I've already made the way. The answers you need are coming. The provision is already on its way. And it's coming with peace, not panic, with reassurance, not more questions. You've learned how to survive. Now I will teach you how to live. You've learned how to stretch and scrape and pray for just enough. Now I will show you what it feels like to have more than enough, not just to pay the bills, but to breathe, to bless, to enjoy the life I've given you. This miracle will reach into every corner of your life and remind you that nothing is beyond my ability to restore. This is not just a financial shift, it's a heart shift. You will begin to trust again, not just in my provision, but in my timing, in my care, in the way I always come through. Even when it felt late, even when it seemed like I was silent, I was working things out for your good. I was building something stronger than anything you could have created on your own. I wasn't punishing you. I was preparing you. And now that preparation is turning into promise. Type 666. If you trust Jesus, you won't have to beg for this blessing. You won't have to force anything. This will come with ease, because it is from me. I am sending favor your way. I am stirring hearts to help you. I am aligning timing, people, and resources so perfectly that you'll look back and know it was me. No one else could have done it this way. No one else could have arranged it so beautifully. This is the kind of blessing that makes your soul quiet with awe, and you will know peace again. Not the kind that depends on circumstances, but the kind that lives deep inside, the kind that remains even if the world is chaotic. You will no longer live under the pressure of not knowing what's next. I will give you clarity. I will give you direction. I will make the path straight before your feet. You will not walk in confusion. You will not stay stuck in fear. I am bringing light to your next steps, and I am walking with you every inch of the way. There is more coming than just enough to get by. I am not a God of crumbs. I am a God of fullness. And I am preparing a table for you, one where you will sit in peace, one where you will feast in the presence of all that once tried to defeat you. You will eat in joy, not anxiety. You will give in abundance, not fear. You will live with your heart open again, no longer bracing for the next blow, but expecting good things to come, because that is who I am. The shame, the guilt, the quiet questions of, did I do something wrong? Lay those down now. This is not a punishment. This is not the result of being forgotten. You have not been rejected by me. You are loved with a love that does not change, that does not depend on how strong or weak you feel. My love remains steady, and so does my promise. You will see it, you will hold it. You will walk in it, and as this miracle unfolds, you will not only find relief, you will find rest. Your mind will quiet, your body will heal, your spirit will feel light again. What once felt like a constant battle will begin to feel like a journey of grace, and the way you see the world will shift. You'll begin to notice the little things again, the soft beauty in a normal day, the warmth in a smile, the calm that comes from not carrying everything alone. What if 7 minutes could rewrite your financial future forever? This hidden frequency, backed by neuroscience, flips the brain's natural wealth switch, unleashing unstoppable prosperity. People are calling it the money magnet sound, and it's already transforming lives. But hesitation means missing out while others move ahead. This is your moment to act. Click the link in the video description and comments below to awaken the wealth inside you today before the chance slips away. I am healing you from the inside out. I am restoring what the years of stress took from you. I am giving you back your joy, your laughter, your sense of wonder. This miracle is not just financial, it is personal, it is deep, it is full. It will bless your home, your relationships, your sense of identity, because when I bless completely. Nothing left out, nothing half-finished, so do not fear the future anymore. Do not rehearse worst-case scenarios in your mind. Let go of the habit of panic. Trust that I am ahead of you, already there, already arranging what you will need before you even arrive. The place you're heading into is filled with, my goodness, you won't have to fight to prove yourself. You won't have to carry your past like a shadow. This is a new beginning, and it's arriving with gentleness, not pressure. Watch how things begin to shift. Watch how things start falling into place without your struggle. That's me. That's the miracle. That's the result of every prayer, every tear, every moment you chose to trust instead of giving up. You didn't give up, and now the blessing will not give up on you. You've waited a long time for change, a long time for breakthrough, and I want you to know your wait has not been in vain. The blessing that is on its way to your home is not only real, it is already in motion. I am sending a financial miracle that will touch every part of your life with new peace, new strength, and new hope. Type 2323 if you agree. There is a sacred shift taking place in the unseen. It may not look like much on the outside yet, but deep in the spiritual realm, things are moving on your behalf. Angels are being dispatched, hearts are being stirred, doors are being unlocked. You do not need to force what I have already ordained for you. The blessing is not delayed, it is being perfected. And when it arrives, it will make sense. It will be clear. You will know without question that I was always working, even in the silence. I've seen how you've handled seasons of lack. I watched you stay kind, even when things were tight. I saw the way you still gave, even when you had little. I know how hard it's been to keep believing, but you did. You held on with quiet courage. You stayed faithful when walking away would have been easier. You whispered hope when fear screamed louder. And that kind of faith, the kind that keeps standing even when it's trembling, is the kind I reward. Not because you earned my love, but because your heart stayed open. You are not forgotten in the crowd. You are not one among many. You are seen as deeply personal, intimately known, completely loved. I know what your soul needs. I know what your family needs. I know what your spirit is craving, and I am bringing it to you not as a trickle, but as a river. A steady flow of provision and healing, washing over your life with the kind of calm that can only come from me. The financial breakthrough that is coming will not just solve today's problem. It will change the way you live going forward. It will teach you how to breathe again, how to rest without guilt, how to plan without fear. It will bring balance to what has been uneven. It will settle the shaking ground beneath your feet. You will no longer have to wonder if help is coming. You'll see that it's already here. Type Amen if you believe this miracle is arriving through favor, through unexpected opportunity, through divine timing that you couldn't have arranged yourself. What felt impossible a few months ago is now becoming your new reality. This isn't just help, it's transformation. I am rewriting the pages of your story with kindness, healing the chapters that once brought tears, and replacing them with testimonies of grace. Your finances are only one part of the blessing. What's coming will reach your mind, your body, your relationships, and your purpose. There is a reason why you've felt a stirring in your spirit lately, that quiet sense that something is shifting. You've felt more sensitive to my voice, more aware of my presence. That's because your heart is being prepared to receive. I never pour new wine into old wineskins. So I've been reshaping how you see provision, how you understand my timing, how you carry your dreams, not to hurt you but to ready you. This blessing is not meant to overwhelm you. It's meant to sustain you.